I'd like to announce that I now have
What's happening?
I now have Mike Leach's book in paperback.
Oh.
And in hardcover. So I have them both now.
Have you read it?
Huh?
Have you read it?
You think I have books that I don't read?
Yes. I don't think that you ever read.
I read all the time. Why do people not believe that? I read, I would say 2 books a month. I would read probably 25 books a year.
Okay.
Yeah. I have a very good book collection.
Have you read Matthew McConaughey's book yet?
Absolutely not, and probably never will.
It's so good. There's a lot of college football in it.
Why would I read a Matthew McConaughey book? I don't want to fuck him.
Not everyone that reads his book wants to fuck him.
Did you read his book?
Yeah.
Do you want to fuck him?
Yeah.
Let's do a podcast.
I liked how Brandon explained how the cold open worked 2 seconds ago. He's like, that was like, he was like, oh, it was bam, bam. That was a great place to stop.
No, what I meant was we got it. That's all we needed. We didn't need to do any more.
People forget Kayce came up with it.
True.
I don't think Kayce, whoa. Kayce didn't invent the cold open.
No, but for this podcast, she was.
Podcast I did.
I don't know that that's true at all.
That's 100% true. I remember when she always.
I do cold opens on all my shows.
You didn't tell us to do it here. I told you to. I said it was funny when we do it. Can we start a fucking podcast?
Quit yelling at me. Hi, my name is Brandon Walker. Welcome to Unnecessary Roughness, Barstool's college football podcast, where we talk college football. It is brought to you by, Kayce's got a mic. The lovely High Noon Hard Seltzer. It's delicious. Kayce in her apartment today, so she's surrounded by High Noon Hard Seltzer, and that is the way Kayce, I don't know that I can do this.
Yeah, it looks like a dildo.
It looks like a dildo.
It's not a dildo.
No, keep it. Some people may like that.
It's not a dildo. It's just a microphone.
I mean, if you're determined enough.
No. All right. So now we know. Okay. So it is brought to you by High Noon Hard Seltzer. Kayce, quit. Put the mic down. Put the mic down.
We're all at home today. Everyone's feeling crazy.
Well, 2 of us are not. 2 of us are at home. The stars of the show are at the office. So it is, I'm at home, you're at home, Jack's in the office, Katie's in the office. So there you go. Now that you know this show's on YouTube now, right?
Oh, yeah.
So that little stunt you just pulled, that's gonna be on YouTube.
Oh, I'm sorry, everyone.
All right. So
I'm not sorry at all. By the way, I need to say something about High Noon.
Please.
Jack was a great protector of the High Noon on Friday night. So Rough and Rowdy, shout out Billy Football. We had some people at the office to watch it that weren't in West Virginia or that weren't in one of the gambling houses. And people were just stealing High Noons all over the place. And I was wearing a dress and I couldn't bend over in the dress or my ass cheeks would have been out. So I was like, oh, well, I know that I have a hidden stash of the peach, but it's on the floor buried underneath a bunch of stuff. And so I had Jack, who was bartending, go get an entire case of peach High Noon for me from underneath the desk, and he wouldn't let anyone else drink it but me.
And then I think Kelly Keeks came at one time, but I thought it was okay to give it to her.
Yeah, Kelly can have one. There was a squad that was allowed to have it. But shout out Jack for being the protector of High Noon peach. And
Kelly's tall enough to have one.
Oh boy, here we go.
Correct, yeah.
But also Jack just being a gentleman. He didn't want me to have to bend over in a dress in front of everyone.
And then also when you came in the office, I said that the dress looked great.
Oh, yeah. Brandon,
I was really nice that night.
I walked around the corner. So we were doing girls' night before Rough and Rowdy. And so we dressed up. It's the first time we dressed up in a long time. And I walked around the corner and Jack goes, wow, Kayce, you look really nice. And it was genuine.
All right. So we got college football to talk about on the show. What? I don't doubt that. Jack's a nice guy. Jack has manners. Jack knows how to comport himself.
You don't tell me when I look nice.
I haven't seen you that much. I've only seen you like every day for the last 2 years. So as soon as I see you looking nice, I'll tell you. All right. So I tell you all the time that you look nice.
No, I've heard Brandon.
He does. He does.
All right. Just relax. Okay. Whew, man, I thought we were just going to.
Brandon, remember when we said Katie was looking nice that one day and then she just got mad at us?
Got furious that we said she was looking nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen, it's the angriest she's ever been at me.
Yes,
You know, I said,
yes.
you look nice.
Okay, first it was like I just looked a little more dressed, put together than my sweats and joggers. But
You
said
look nice.
You said every single time, and you just made me more self-conscious. And I was supposed to go on a date, and then I was just got like everyone was like, "Ooh, this and this," and I was just.
Speaking of, how was your date last night?
It was good. Thank you for asking. He
Oh, you're
also
welcome.
said, "What?" He said that you were the funniest person on the yak, and then you to talk more. So I thought that you would appreciate that.
Okay, now, yeah, how tall? Good question.
6'2".
Oh, good. That's right about right. Okay, so have you ever thought about going taller, like 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", 6'6"? What's your lowest limit?
I've considered shorter.
That doesn't sound good at all.
No.
Well, let's see. So did he take you to a nice dinner? Did you have a good time?
Yes, we did. We literally closed down the restaurant. They were like, "We're closing. You guys got to go."
6 hours, Brandon. They were at dinner.
Oh, that's a good date.
That's what I said.
Whoa.
What?
Wow.
I mean, I just hope COVID protocols were followed. That's all I'm going to
We
say.
ate at outdoor dining. We both tested. I tested negative that morning. I got.
Did he get a COVID test when he left your apartment this morning?
No. Respectful people over here.
Where did you go? What restaurant?
A place in Brooklyn.
You say a restaurant?
Yeah, restaurant. Yeah.
Oh, I thought Jack said what restaurant, and I was like,
He had a Freudian slip. He had a Freudian slip.
He definitely said it though, right?
No, I said a restaurant.
Kayce, are you covering your camera?
No, it's like smudged.
Okay, you're right. It's 3:30. It was hardly enough time before the show to clean the camera. All right, so we have several things. We'll talk about some college football news, and I want to announce right now. Yes, we will get to that in a second. Okay, just you'll get to do whatever you do, although I don't know why you do it. We will talk about that. I've got 5 questions I want to ask you guys about college football. Then I have a 2-minute drill, which is 6 more questions. So we got all those questions. We got some news, and it's going to be the food episode. I asked people a food question on the Twitter. Well, actually, I didn't do it. I came up with it. Jack sent it out. That's because we're the ones that get things done here on the show. So we have got what? You okay?
You just take these unnecessary shots.
I mean,
it is unnecessary, Rob.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to get her to say. It's literally the name of the show. Tommy, what you doing? You just standing. It is snowing right now outside my house.
It is. It's snowing. It's this has such a quarantine show vibe to me. I don't know why.
Well, because we're home being quarantined.
We are quarantining. We are quarantining. That's exactly what we're doing. All right. So my name is Brandon Walker. That's Kayce Smith. Let's do college football. Let's do the news. All right. So we had Matt Campbell, who's at Iowa State, who I am in love with. I think he's a great coach, and he's doing something that I love in college football. And it appears that he is settling in for the long haul at Iowa State. Iowa State is not historically a have program in college football. Anytime that they bubble up and have a good team, it is news. They had a very good team, Sam. They had a very good team this year. And now Matt Campbell appears to be, for the time being, staying put, and they've signed him to an extension through 2028. We all know that if he wants to leave in a couple of years, he could, but it appears that he is building the program he wants to build, where he wants to build it. And I love this for college football. I'll say why in a minute, but I've talked too much. What do you guys think about Matt Campbell? I know you're in love with him, so I love the bromance, but I know what you're going to say about him staying at Iowa State, and I agree with you because I think that when you look at, Iowa State is not one of those, quote, blue blood programs that you just like die to coach for. When you look at the Big 12 right now and how much success they've had the last couple of years and how good they've looked, if you can create a dynasty in a Power 5 program, which he looks like he can be capable of doing, why would you jump ship and leave? I understand it's not an SEC job and some people look at it that way, or a Big 10 job. But at this point, if you're in a Power 5 conference and you're at a school that is showing that they can compete at a high level in that Power 5 conference and you're getting your guys in and they love you, why would you want to leave?
I understand the draw to go to a have program. You convince yourself that's the only way to compete for a national championship. You know, when Saban leaves, you want to get that job. When Kirby Smart, you get that job. You know, whatever. There's 10 programs every coach wants, but I just think it just shows you the type of if you think you're a great coach, if you want to be a great coach, building your own program and building a place that is historically desperate for winners. Going to an Ames, Iowa, and building a program that can year in, year out compete for the Big 12 is far more impressive and far more worthy of legendary status than, say, just going to the nearest blue blood who happens to hang a job out there. Now, I know Iowa State historically is not going to pay you what Ohio State would and stuff like that. So putting that aside, the realities of life aside, I really enjoy when a guy puts down roots in a non-blue blood place and decides to build it up himself. And I know I can tell just by the face he's making, Jack doesn't really agree with me very much.
Well, I understand the money thing. I mean, the money thing is a difficult argument to go against. Like if somebody's going to pay you $12 million versus someone's going to pay you $5 million, it's pretty much a no-brainer.
I would prefer to have $12 million to $5 million.
Same. Yeah, same.
I don't disagree with you. I think I was making a face of something else. Felt something in my neck. But Matt Campbell, I agree with you, Brandon. Sorry, Kayce, I thought you were going to say something. From Matt Campbell perspective, that it's kind of reminds me of NCAA football dynasty. You stay with that team and you build it up until you win a national championship. Not that he'll get there, or if he won a national championship, then he'd leave. But I would say, I mean, we're really looking at a team next year from Iowa State that could be very, very good. And even the rankings that came out yesterday, or I think even today, the SP Plus rankings from Bill Connolly at ESPN, which are usually very predictive. He has Iowa State preseason not him, like the model, number 7, and that's, I mean, if they go undefeated, we could see him in the playoff.
Yeah, and we saw, Jack, this year with the way the committee was handling the Big 12 at the end. We buried them dead and gone earlier in the season. And then the way that they were propping them up, even though it was probably to protect Oklahoma because they are a have program, you're still seeing that the committee sees the Big 12 as a true contender, even when the rest of the country were like, no, like they don't deserve to be in the playoff. So if Iowa State goes undefeated or they lose one game in the conference, the committee's already made a statement this past season and said, hey, the Big 12 is not dead and gone until we bury them the day that we announce who those 4 teams are.
So Iowa State will bring back Brock Purdy. They'll bring back Breece Hall, I believe, and they'll bring back a pretty good defense as well. They were able to get off the schneid. They had the bad loss early in the season to open the season to UL Lafayette, and then reeled off one of their best seasons ever. So I like the fact that the Cyclones appear to be here to stay because there is a void in the Big 12. You know, Oklahoma is going to be good every year. They're going to be 1-2 loss at worst every single year. Texas has kind of left a void where they're the number 2 program in the Big 12 just by name, but they're not the number 2 team and really haven't been for a couple of years. Oklahoma State's risen up and gotten that spot, but that spot is fully open. You can be the number 2 team in the Big 12, no problem, as long as you just have a good coach, good players, and good everything, and you get out there. Other news, we've got boy, did you see this Penn State graphic with the Super Bowl 55? They said Penn State very proud of themselves, putting out that a Penn State player has appeared in all 55 Super Bowls, except for 5 since 1967. What a weird graphic.
Just a weird flex. Like, it's like, I feel like when you're making those graphics, you have to know. It's like if you said that, if somebody said that, fine. Like it wouldn't sound as drastic, but when it's a graphic and you can physically read it, you're like, all right, what's the point of this? Like, why did I just spend 2 seconds reading this graphic?
It's like, I have dated all the girls in this school, except for all the ones that said no. So, you know, it just doesn't really hit the same, does it? Doesn't really quite get there. I did see Ole Miss, and I hate to give them credit. They kind of mocked it and fired back with their own little mock graphic.
Didn't you win something from Ole Miss?
I didn't. So long story short, there's Ole Miss basketball was giving away a game used jersey, which my God, I can't even think of many players who would want a jersey from Ole Miss, but they were giving away a game used jersey. and they gave it away to a fan, and the Ole Miss fan who won it happened to be named Brandon Walker. And it's funny on a lot of levels. I can't imagine being an Ole Miss fan named Brandon Walker, because I am hated in Oxford, absolutely hated. And this poor Ole Miss fan named Brandon Walker, I can't say poor Ole Miss fan. He chooses to be involved in that piece of crap school, so that's really on him. He should have better decision making. They hate me in the building. They hate me. Like Lane Kiffin will come on this podcast, but the people in the Ole Miss athletic department hate me so much, and they won't let it happen. So there you go.
Well, you're an asshole.
Fine.
Listen,
Doesn't mean they're not soft little babies.
That's true. But
and actually, they probably would let him. He just doesn't know who we are, or who I am. Excuse me. He knows who you are.
He knows who we are.
Because you're blonde. So
he knows who we are.
He knows who you are.
He knows who we are.
He knows who you are, Brandon.
Well, I don't mind that. I don't care if he knows who I am or not. But there are really people in the Ole Miss building that will never let an Ole Miss coach.
I believe that too. I would just say, I think if Lane Kiffin, played a video of yourself to Lane Kiffin, he'd be like, oh yeah, this is the bars. He may not know you by name, but he knows who you are.
I don't care if he knows me by name. I don't care about him.
I'm not saying you care about him. I'm giving you credit. Like, he definitely
he knows who you are.
Of course he does, because he looks in the mirror every day. He went to Mississippi, gained 40 pounds. He looks like me all of a sudden. All right, so we got other news. No, that's really all the news we got.
Marco Wilson, the guy who threw the shoe.
I know who Marco Wilson is.
Yeah, it's not for you. Sometimes it's like not everyone knows every person like we do, but Marco Wilson was named to the SEC honor roll this.
Oh,
I think good for him.
Yesterday.
Did they give him a shoe?
That would be funny if they gave him a shoe, but I mean, good for him. It seems, because his GPA must be pretty good, but on the field,
bad decision maker.
Bad decision making. Decision making can be rough.
Oh yeah, no, I make bad decisions all the time.
I know. Yeah. I've heard.
Wait, were you guys on honor roll in school?
In college? No.
In college?
No.
ACC academic honor roll every year.
Oh my God.
There you go. I actually would have guessed that for Katie. Myself, no. I think I got my maybe junior or senior year. Maybe I made honor roll, or maybe I just missed it. I don't know.
I definitely
I didn't make honor roll in high school. I was a terror. I'm the world's worst student. I just didn't go.
Oh, I made it in high school once, I think, or twice.
I had to be in the top 10% to get into A&M. So I was top 10% of my school, but that's it.
A&M only takes the top 10%?
Texas is a big state. I don't know if you know that. You automatically qualify for both A&M and Texas. I don't know what it is now, but back then it was, if you were top 10%, you got like a check mark to go to the next step of admissions process.
Oh, okay. That's makes sense and is interesting.
And I only had like 250 people in my class.
It makes sense. I don't know that it's interesting.
I think I didn't know that. There's a lot of people in Texas.
Yeah, and A&M has 70,000 undergrad. Texas has like 65.
It's probably hard to get into A&M if you live in Texas, for sure.
I know it's hard to get into Texas. Ole Miss is full of Texas people and Georgia people that can't get into Georgia and Texas.
Yes, exactly.
That's what that school is now. So yeah, all right. Let's go ahead and transition. I got some questions for you guys. I want to jog your college football memories. I want to go down memory lane with all three of you, and I've got some questions that are going to do that. We'll get to that right now.
Brandon, you know how you're scared to look at me sometimes?
I don't really think that applies to this podcast.
It does.
I get nervous. I get nervous around women. It's not that big of a deal.
You get nervous around women. You get nervous to look at things that you don't really know what to expect. And I would say that you probably get equally as nervous to look at me as you do your credit card balance. Is that true?
Well, there's some similarities there. Sure.
Yeah, both of us are pain in the asses. Both of us are things that you don't want to deal with, but Upstart can help you face your credit card debt and finally pay it off. Now, they can't help you with me, but they can help you with your credit card, Brandon.
Yeah, well, I need help with my credit card. I need help with everything. Frankly, I need help with you.
That is true. So maybe Upstart can get on that. But right now you can go to a 5-minute online rate check and you can see your rate upfront for loans for $1,000 to $50,000, and you can get approved in the same day. And most importantly, Brandon, you can receive funds as fast as 1 business day. So if credit card debt is taking over your life, it's time to get a fresh start with Upstart.
I enjoy getting funds at all times.
You do. You like money and you don't like being scared of things. And Upstart can help you with both of those things.
You like money as well.
Oh, well, yeah, definitely. But I'm not scared to look at you, although I am scared to look at my credit card sometimes.
Fair enough.
Find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/roughness. That's upstart.com/roughness. Don't forget to use our URL to let them know that we sent you. So Roughnecks, again, go to upstart.com/roughness, and the amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. Did you guys see that somebody sent me an autographed Justin Bieber thing?
Oh, I thought
No.
you just ordered that yourself.
No.
Okay. All right. So
I mean, I
I've
need
got.
to know who did it so I can marry them.
I mean,
What if it was Justin Bieber?
Even more, but it came from I was looking at like the return address to see who was in it. It's like it came from like the official Bieber merch store, and it's an autographed Yummy copy of Yummy.
You wake up tomorrow, and Matthew McConaughey, Justin Bieber, and Tom Brady are standing outside the door and say, "We want to individually take you out of town for a weekend." Which one are you going with?
You're forgetting Machine Gun Kelly.
Who?
Machine Gun
Kelly.
Kelly.
There's what?
Gangbang.
Oh boy. Okay. No, it's a week away, and private jet, island, the works.
All of them.
I'm uncomfortable. Okay. Do you want to talk about your shirt real quick?
I just love Tom Brady. At least I'm wearing a Champa Bay shirt, not the Brady jersey that you hate so much.
I hate that jersey.
And guess what? They are flying off the shelves.
People are buying that thing?
Oh, Allison, I swear to God, Allison texted me last night and was like, "This is crushing."
I've never sold anything.
They should make one for Kayce where it's Tom Brady and Patriots, Bucks, and then also put a Cowboys jersey in there too.
No, see, here's the thing. This is what I've decided.
Wait. This I got a real good idea. To get unnecessary roughness in on this, can you just go Patriots, Bucks, and then Michigan?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We should.
That's a good. I do love Michigan.
Yeah, you do love Michigan.
Here's the thing. I've decided, and I've been going on these rants on the Dime Package. So if you're an NFL fan, go listen to that. But like, I don't give a fuck if people care that I root for Tom Brady, because guess what? My team is Texas A&M. I love Texas A&M, and I am 100% sure that my team is never going to be playing Tom Brady. So I don't care. Yes, I'm wearing a Champa Bay shirt because guess what? Tom Brady just won it. I don't care. Go buy our merch. The money's green, baby. Go buy it. And I love Tom Brady. I love Tom Brady.
I've got 5 questions I want to ask about college football to jog our memories, okay? Just a little off-season palate cleanser. Okay. 5 emotions that college football has made us before. And I want to get the most you've ever felt this emotion because of college football. This is for all 3 of you. Number 1, what is the happiest single moment you've ever had because of college football? The happiest college football's ever made you. That's number 1. We're going to start with the emotion happy.
Who's going first?
I asked the group, but you are.
When Alabama lost to Johnny Manziel in Tuscaloosa when they were ranked number 1 in the country.
What an odd way to say that.
That was odd.
It was. Why would you start with win Alabama? I was like, what is she talking about?
Well, I'm going to be completely honest with you. My brain got so excited because I can smell the barbecue that my guy friend was making in the house when that was happening. Like, I can see it. And that was, they were wearing all whites. And a couple weeks before, my guy friend started being like, we're going to go in and upset Alabama. And I was like, you guys are fucking nuts. And then just the way that Johnny walked out on the field that day And just to see that upset, even and knowing at the time, because they'd only lost to Florida at that point, that could mean they could win the SEC. The first year in the SEC was crazy, but it was like our finally, like, we made it moment. That was the happiest. And I was in college, like right out of college. It was my first year out of college. So the college bars were popping and it was like, holy shit, we just took down Goliath.
You know what's crazy, Kayce? I remember where I was for that game. Me and my family were living in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, down in Destin, and we had gone to the beach on a Saturday morning. It happened early in the season, right? It happened in September.
Yeah.
It was still hot. And we were eating lunch at Mary's Kitchen in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, when Johnny had that play where he ran up in the back of the line and Vern's like, they got him. Oh, no, they didn't. And
my gracious, how about that?
That's pretty good. That's yours.
Shout out Ryan Carter, because he home makes barbecue sauce. And every time I smell it, I think of that game and just how, we were doing keg stands, the whole thing. It was just the happiest bliss.
Katie and Jack.
I would say it's either, I think my freshman year when Nick Weiler hit the 54-yard field goal to beat an upset Florida State, or when we beat Miami last year and we had Daz Newsome had the toe drag. That video or the picture went viral, but probably one of those two.
Yeah, I remember Caleb was in the end zone for that. Caleb had a very good video of that, I think. I think that was the one Caleb was at. All right, Jack?
Mine is when UConn beat Notre Dame in overtime in South Bend, Indiana, 2009. Great memories. I wasn't there, unfortunately, but I was in my house, same living room, we still have the same TV. That TV's been around for 12 years now, but I remember.
How does it work?
Hey, you need to get a new TV.
Yes.
Well, first of all, it's my parents, so if they like it, they can still use it. Like, it's not mine personally. And then second, it's a very good TV. I was watching it when I was home over Christmas break and was like, oh, the picture on this is still good. Now, I remember everyone was over. There was this one guy over named Rich Raffay, who was the father of one of my best friends growing up and that I'm still friends with to this day. And he was kind of a professional sports fan he was a Philly guy, and he would always make fun of us UConn fans. And then UConn came back because they were down 14-0 early in that game. And I'm talking a lot about UConn football right now, probably boring some people. But I remember picking up my dog and she's still alive too, as a puppy. It was a little bit more than a puppy, after Andre Dixon scored on the left side of the end zone to win the game in overtime.
Does your house exist in a space-time continuum where things don't age?
What? My house? No, my dog is.
If you go to your house right now, can you watch Price is Right with Bob Barker, and can you watch I don't know, Michael Jordan in his prime? Things just don't age at your house.
Same couch too. It's same couch.
Well, in my house, things age. I go through 2 TVs a year at my house. So, all right, mine is I've said it on the show before. 2014, Mississippi State beats Auburn to go to number 1. That's my easy one. I've said that so many times. But before that, it was 1996. I was 17 years old. I was on a date at the game. Didn't work out because whatever, things don't work out. But anyway, I was on a date at the game, and Alabama, 1996, we had not beat them in my life. We had last beat them in 1980 when I was 1, and we beat them in 96, 17-16. They were number 8 in the country. We beat them. A guy parachuted in the stadium that night, broke his legs. It was, what a night. What a night. Damn. It was incredible.
That's a bad night for that guy.
Yeah, but it was good for me. All right.
Did you get laid?
People in the room, but no, I did not. Now let's change emotions. What's the saddest college football's ever made you?
Am I going first again?
Yep.
I think I've said this on this podcast before, but when I was in elementary school, every year I was one of 2 A&M fans. My best friend Kara growing up, she was an Aggie. Everyone else were Longhorn fans. So every year around Thanksgiving, we would make a bet. Whoever lost the game had to stand up in the cafeteria and sing the other school's fight song. And in 1998, Ricky Williams ran all fucking over A&M. I think he had like 260 yards. A&M was ranked number 6 in the country. It was devastating. I went outside in my parents' front yard, threw all of my A&M sweatshirts out there, was screaming and crying to the point where my parents were like worried my neighbors would think that I was getting beat inside. And I went to school on Monday, sang the fight song, and came home and told my parents that I was going to Texas. They said they would not pay for my college if I went to Texas. And that dream there died.
That's a very sad story.
I mean, Ricky Williams haunts my dreams.
You want to know something funny, Brandon? I just went and watched a quick highlight of that Alabama Mississippi State game you're talking about, because I wanted to post on Twitter that you went on a date to a Mississippi State game. I wanted to see if people would think you were soft. But funny enough.
Time. Hold on. Pause.
What?
Why would it be soft to go on a date to a football game? That's where you're going. It's a great date.
And funny
enough. Why would that be soft, Jack?
Hold on. That's a great date.
Okay, that's not the point. We were going to leave that up to the Roughnecks, and I was going to put it on.
Hold on. Let me say something. This was not a first date or a second date. This was I was in high school, and it was a girlfriend in high school. We were going together. We were dating.
Also, even if it wasn't, like, why would going to a football game as a date be soft? I'd make the opposite. I'd make the argument that it's the opposite.
I think it's a great date.
It is.
If you get a girl who will go to a football game on a date with you, you marry that girl.
Yeah.
Although not this one, because I married a good one. Yes, but what'd you find, Jack?
ABC put the wrong score up as a final.
God. Oh, don't put me that one up. That's one of my saddest ones. That's 1994. We were up 25-15 with 3 minutes left, and Jay Barker beat us 29-25.
I thought that was the one you went to.
No, I went to 1996. It was 17-16, and a parachuter broke his leg coming into the end zone.
I didn't mean to trigger you with the 94 one. I thought that was.
What's the saddest you ever been, Katie?
The existence of the UNC 2018 season. We were 2-9. Just the entire season was just.
That's year-long sadness.
Yeah.
You guys got into a great brawl with NC State.
Yes, I mean, I'm a drop the gloves kind of person. Like, sure.
Oh, now we're saying brawls are great. Okay.
Like, I never said anything against it, but I'm saying yes, cool ending, but the entire season was just like we lost to ECU. Ew, like that's sad. But
you found that game yet? I do want you to put that on Twitter. I'd like to see how people react. But it was 1996, 17-16, Mississippi State won.
There's actually, I mean, YouTube's amazing. These people who actually upload this stuff, but.
Jack, don't you dare upload the Ricky Williams shrug from that 1998 game.
No. Oh, well, I will that's going to be a great promo.
No.
Like, when we're talking about the saddest, I was going to put the final score of the Mississippi State Bama 96 with the question. However, this video, which is a 9-minute highlight video, has 37,000 views. So people are watching. It's amazing to me.
Jack, I've watched that. So you guys know, I've told you this. Every year during the summer, I will just have days where I just watch nothing but football highlights. I'm probably 4,000 of that 37,000. It's a 9-minute highlight. I know everything about that highlight.
It's this is awesome.
There's a moment in that highlight, Jack, at the end, the last 30 seconds, when we stop him on 4th down and they show the crowd and a guy is hugging another guy. And you can read his lips. He says, "Oh my God, we're going to beat Alabama," and that was exactly how I felt that night. You find that guy, put him. Oh my God, we're going to beat Alabama. You see, he's in the last minute, 30 seconds. It's unbelievable. All right, so Jack, what's the saddest you've ever been, other than the fact that you could never get a date to a football game?
Saddest.
The saddest thing ever is that he thinks the football game is a bad date.
That's just crazy.
I think
it's a great date.
I think the most disappointed, saddest that I ever was, I was a little bit older, so I was a little bit more mature. But if this happened when I was like in 5th or 6th grade, I would have handled it a lot worse. But UConn, their first season after Randy Edsall left, of course, now he's back as the coach, and that's whatever. But UConn lost the opening game to Towson. And that was brutal. I remember it. I was there and they lost to Towson. Like I didn't even know where it was.
All right, 2001, Mississippi State was supposed to be a preseason top 10 team. They had been 7-4, but had some great wins in 2000. They won the West in '98, and this was going to be their best team ever. They ended up going 3-8 that year, but all year you think you're going to the Rose Bowl, you think you're going to be a national championship. You're going to break through. Everything's great. Best defense in the country in 2000. And 2001 was going to be even better, and we lost. We went 3-8. We lost to South Carolina the first game after 9/11, and then the next weekend we went on the road and lost to Auburn 17-16 or 16-14, very, very close on a field goal at the end. And I was 21 years old, and it was just the realization that all of your hopes and dreams are crashing. It was the saddest I've ever been. I don't want to say it. I'm not going to tell you that I cried.
It's okay if you cried.
I cried. Oh boy. I cried so much.
I'm okay with people crying over sports. The hardos that say, especially that men can't cry over sports, like, yes, I do think that there's a line you have to draw. Like, if you want to cry over sports, who cares? Again, it's the same thing. I don't care who people root for. I don't care if you cry. Let the people live. That's why we love sports.
All right, I think we're dragging these answers out a little bit too long, but that's okay.
All right.
What's the maddest you've ever been? The angriest you've ever been because of college football? Kayce.
77-0 versus Oklahoma. Enough said.
Katie.
I need a second. I honestly don't know. Nothing comes to mind.
Jack. 2017. Mississippi State is dominating the rivalry with Ole Miss. They are better than Ole Miss in every way. Ole Miss has a recruiting class that they bought. They're cheating, and they never win a game with them. But the 2017 Egg Bowl, Nick Fitzgerald is going to run for 1 billion miles against Ole Miss and beat them just like he did the year before. And Ole Miss comes out with their interim coach, and they go after Nick Fitzgerald's ankle. They break it on purpose. It's the only way they can beat us. It's the only way they'll ever beat us is by cheating. They're bad people. They're assholes. They're cheaters. And they broke Nick Fitzgerald's ankle on purpose. They know it. I know it. You know it. And it's enough to face a rival that is already morally bankrupt. But when they hurt your players to try to get an edge, fuck those people forever and always. Amen. That's the maddest I've ever been.
And fuck 77-0.
Any game for UConn against West Virginia, I remember one in 2009 that they should have won. And if they won, they would have potentially gone, I think, 11-1, and they lost. They blew it at the end.
Katie, ever been mad?
I don't get, like, with losses, I realize, like, I don't get mad. I get, like, frustrated or, like, disappointed. There's been, like, I hate everything and I hate.
Yeah, there are losses. Like a couple of years ago, Mississippi State lost to Alabama 24-0. We were never going to win the game, but there was just a series of the worst officiating I've ever seen, and we were going to get beat anyway. But we scored a touchdown and they called a block in the back. There wasn't a block in the back. I was just mad because it's hard enough to compete against Alabama when the officials are going to help them. It just makes you angry.
Okay, then last year there's a UVA call. There was the most blatant helmet or face mask call in the world. The entire stadium saw, but the refs didn't. They literally ran out of the tunnel before like the crowd could get to them. It was the last minute. We lost it because of that. So there's your mad moment.
Brandon, as we've mentioned, we are both quarantining right now. You're at home. I'm at my apartment. And that means that we're going to hear Sam, your puppy, a lot more today than we do normally.
Yeah, he's already made himself. Is he still a puppy, though? He's very big. He's a big old boy.
Well, I just want to think of them as puppies forever.
Yeah, well, he's not going to be a year old till June, so I guess he is a puppy. He's my big boy, my big strong man. You're my big strong man, Sam.
And working from home has given us a lot more time to spend with our favorite family members, the four-legged family members that we have. And you and I both got Scouts Honor right before Christmas because it's the go-to pet brand for all the grooming products. And let me tell you, my parents' puppy, Sam, they're smelling great. Their fur is soft. They're not itching. They're happy because of Scouts Honor. Oh, look at Sam.
And well, where'd he go? Okay, he just
ran away from me. He's camera shy. But
he is. He doesn't like being on camera. But no, they really are great. They keep him smelling right. They keep him. And my wife, she doesn't like the smell of dogs. And Scouts Honor, they have the right stuff to make him smell to where she will absolutely stand him in the house now.
Yeah, and you can pick from a bunch of different fragrances, but they have overall healthy skin. There's itch relief, there's odor control, which no one wants their house to smell like a dog. We all love dogs, but you don't want your house to smell like a dog. And Scouts Honor right now can help you with that. They're probiotic grooming products. But here's the biggest key, because we are a dog loving podcast. With every purchase, Scouts Honor provides 1 day worth of meals for a rescue animal in need. How can you not want to save puppies?
I would like to save puppies.
I love to save puppies. So if you go to scoutshonor.com/Walker right now, you'll receive 20% off your first order. Again, that's Scouts with a K, so SKOUTS, honor.com/Walker for 20% off your order. Scouts Honor, it's natural and preventative grooming solutions for pets who are our best friends.
Oh, buddy. All right, so let's go ahead. Do y'all want to do the 2-minute drill, or do y'all want to do the food takes?
That was it? There wasn't any more emotions?
Yeah, I had 2 more, but I felt like that segment was dragging.
What can you just tell us what they were so I know? Because
It was happiest, saddest,
yeah,
maddest,
yeah,
frustratedest.
okay.
That's probably the same as mad.
The same thing, yeah, for sure.
And most apathetic, where you just didn't care anymore. Oh, wow.
For apathetic, in Mississippi, the UNC FSU game, I just got so drunk I stopped caring. That it was a shit show.
It's a good one.
I was just like, I'm not gonna stare at this TV and be like, this sucks. I was like, screw this. We're getting pissed drunk and eating styrofoam.
Katie, I don't think that was apathetic. I think you were just drunk.
Yeah.
Well, I chose that moment. I was like, screw this. This game's done with. I'm over this game. Let's go get drunk. And then became drunk.
You remember that dude that just came and sat at the table trying to hit on Katie, and then I had to walk Katie out of there, and so he would get up from the table?
That's why I hid in the bathroom for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, she hid in the bathroom forever. I had to tell you to save her.
Yeah, I didn't recognize what was going on, so I had to go get her and take her outside and say, shoot this video for me. We didn't shoot a video. She just held the phone up.
Yeah, no, I know. It was a weird moment, and he was just doing it just blatantly in front of me and Rudy too. Very strange. Let's go food takes.
You want to do food takes? We'll do the 2-minute drill after the food takes. Okay, so we said, because off season we talk about anything, and I love to talk about food. We're going to take a food tour soon. Roughness food episode time! Exclamation point.
Hell yeah!
Send us the dish and restaurant that most closely associates with game day at your school. When you think of game day, what dish and restaurant do you think of? The most delicious will be discussed on the show. Picture/videos encouraged.
I'm so hungry.
I thought you ate some queso before.
Well, I did, but not very much.
All right. Paige Browning says, I know it's not a restaurant. By the way, Paige Browning, not my favorite girl.
She's mine.
She fell out of that. She gave up her spot. So
Paige.
Still open if you want to be my favorite girl. I know it's not a restaurant, but my homemade buffalo chicken dip and 7-layer Mexican dip with either a champagne purple margarita or a seltzer margarita. Casa de Paige is the place to be for game day in the fort.
That sounds amazing.
For dessert, it's either s'mores pie or my college sink cookies. College sink cookies. I don't know what college sink cookies are.
Sink is spelled S-I-N-K?
That's how you spell sink.
Well, sink, there's S-Y-N-C.
Shit, she's right. I was hanging with the fellas, saw you with your new boyfriend and made me jealous. I was hoping you'd never see you with him, but it's all good because I'm glad that I met him. Huh.
Now I know the competition's very slim.
Very slim tonight. And I can tell by looking that he's not the one. He's not the type. He said he liked his eyes right. Close the bag. Come on, girl. Let him go. I want you back. Call me a hater.
You want to.
I only hate on him because I want you.
You say I'm
tripping if you feel like.
You without me ain't right.
All right.
I'm crazy if you want to. That's true. Crazy about
you.
You can say I'm breaking down
inside. I can see you with the night. Okay. All right. Makes me ill.
See you give love and attention.
As well.
You should know how it makes me feel. See you with him.
All right.
We are awful singers.
Oh boy. Probably got us kicked off YouTube right there, but I don't care. What a great NSYNC song that is. We should do that once a year. All right. Barstool Dogs, which is Fresno State, it looks like, says the Fresno State Doghouse Grill Tri-Tip Sandwich. Just give you guys a picture of that right there. Lean in. That looks pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh my God, that looks really good. That doesn't look like something I'd get in Fresno, California. That looks like something I'd get in Texas.
Yeah.
Oh man. Jordy Marvin says Wisconsin beer brats with a side of cheese curds and an ice cold spotted cow. On damn Wisconsin.
Let me tell you something. Cheese curds are so good.
I always knew cheese curds would be good, and then we go to Wisconsin. They're so good.
I left the bar early to go home and order room service just so I could eat cheese curds naked.
Matt, I don't know why you added that last word. There goes 70 DMs just right off the. All right. Madison Social, Cole W55, Madison Social in Tallahassee, Florida, with a legendary dip perfect for game day. And it is their BLT dip.
Ooh.
Their BLT dip, if you can see it.
So what would be, BLT, bacon, lettuce, tomato, what would like the sauce be? Mayonnaise?
Their BLT dip.
It looks like cheese from the photo.
Josh Dees says it's controversial, but Mama G's in Auburn holds up great as a game day meal. Why would that be controversial? I don't know. It's Mama Goldberg's Deli there in Auburn.
I'm sure he means controversial, like there are going to be people that say a different place.
I think you can do better than like a deli in Auburn, Alabama. But maybe I'm wrong. Yeah. Brandon Russell says any pepperoni roll in Morgantown can't go wrong with bread, cheese, and pepperoni. Is pepperoni roll a thing in Morgantown?
Can I please say that I have some beef with pepperoni rolls? There's not you have to dip them to make them any good. People that eat pepperoni rolls without a sauce are insane people.
No.
Yes, Jack. They're dry as shit.
You probably have never had a pepperoni roll done by a real Italian.
Yeah, but the best part about pizza is marinara. The best part is the sauce.
Like the
gravy, as you would say.
No, well, you could, yeah, but it's funny pepperoni rolls get brought up because pepperoni rolls are what reminds me the most about tailgating for UConn football games, because we would always tailgate with we would have families that we all had the season tickets together with, who had kids my age, and the Molinaro family, the father, Dean Molinaro, he always made pepperoni rolls and they were phenomenal. And I haven't dipped them once.
Well,
all right. Paige McKay says, like Brandon, I fucking love Two Brothers. Ooh. The Ben is also good, but given the option of the two, I'm going with Two Brothers for the pulled pork grilled cheese. I took you guys to Two Brothers. What'd you think?
And I had the pulled pork grilled cheese.
Yeah. How was it?
It was delicious.
Z Murph says Fuego steak and large chips and queso, but he doesn't say where that's from. Where's that?
That is Texas A&M, folks.
That look familiar? Does that look familiar to you?
Yes, Fuego is a very, very popular taco place in College Station. I would not say it's my favorite game day food, although if you were going to go to Fuego, I would recommend the Tesoro de Jordan. But Fuego is unbelievable. Andy Staples, actually, shout out Andy. He is a big proponent of Fuego.
Will Herndon says Athens, Georgia for late night burgers and fries with feta at the Grill.
Okay.
Why is there a place called the Grill in every town?
There's not one in A&M.
There's the Grill. I think we have. There was a Grill at Fordham.
I think we have multiple the Grills, and I know we got the Grill in Starkville. Oh boy, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Barstool Pokes, Oklahoma State. Hashtag some things are tastier than sports. Here in Stillwater, we're blessed with the granddaddy of them all. Sweet peppered bacon cheese fries at Eskimo Joe's. And there they are.
I'm tingling all over.
Eskimo Joe's actually almost got canceled this year.
I know, but it looks like they held up. So good for them. And we will. I said it last year. I said it last year during COVID. Right now, what's today? February 9th, 2021?
Yeah.
It might be, they might not be. I don't know. We will go to Eskimo Joe's before the season starts.
I'm in. I have to have those French fries all over my face.
Kayce.
In or around.
Kayce.
How's Kayce, how are things going outside the podcast? You seem to be on one today.
Yeah, she's cooped up, but it's like
All right.
all
Jack
over her face.
Yeah. Just
In or
shoot
around my mouth.
those French fries at my face.
What is that? What movie's that
Brandon,
from?
that's gonna be
in or
on
around my
YouTube
mouth.
too.
Shoot those French fries. All right. Jack Garvey says a pitcher of beer at Brick Street was the go-to in Oxford, Ohio, the real Oxford, not the fake one in Mississippi. Action on Tuesday meant a day of Power 5 football at the bar on Saturdays.
Okay.
I kind of like that.
Wait. I'm sorry to that guy. He sounds like a great fan. Like, thanks for interacting with the tweet. A pitcher of beer is what the best thing in Oxford, Ohio?
He didn't say a food. He just said
like,
beer.
I mean, I don't think that beer, like a Bud Light in Oxford, Ohio is going to taste different than it does in New York City.
I do think where you are makes the beer taste better. But I agree with your overall point there. Somebody says something stupid and piece of shit about Ole Miss, hotty toddy, hobby lobby. If you're ever in Lincoln, Nebraska, you have to get a runza, says James Thomas. It looks like a burrito and a hot dog bun.
Let me see.
It's a GIF with a cat sitting on it.
That cat looks mean as fuck.
Oh no, it's a runza, right?
That's what I said.
That's what he said, Jack.
Okay. All right.
I still remember when I learned about runzas.
What is a runza?
It's like
I'm skipping all the Ole Miss and the Iowa fans. Trill Cosby says Spanky's fried cheese in Lubbock, and it looks fucking good.
I have had that. Delicious. Although my counterpoint in Lubbock would be to go get the Dr. Pepper shootouts at Chimmy's.
Brandon, it really stinks that you have such a rivalry with two of like the most maybe interactive fan bases.
Fuck them.
Okay.
Fuck 'em.
No. I don't take sides against the family. So we're
right. We are an anti-Iowa podcast. Y'all just need to embrace that.
No.
What?
Speak for yourself.
I'm speaking for the podcast.
Yo, Katie, are you taking sides against the family?
Yeah.
I support fans. If Iowa wants to take it.
Fucking Fredo over here.
Yeah, Fredo. No shot she's seen that movie either.
Yeah. Nope. You broke my heart. You broke my heart, Katie. All right. 2-minute drill.
Wait.
Squeeze.
Wait.
What?
Wait. Are you going to say your favorite?
Oh, I've told you guys, smoked wings at Two Brothers are my favorite thing in Starkville. Their smoked wings are unbelievable.
You got to get the Tijuana fries at the Dixie Chicken and pickle shots at the Tap.
Let me shout out Rib Tips at Spotlight Cafe in Starkville as well. It's a little off the beaten path, but Rib Tips always hit. Actually, we were going to go there. We ran out of time, so we ended up going Chick-fil-A this year for lunch right before our game.
But you know what, though? That Chick-fil-A, that hit right.
That was some of the best Chick-fil-A I've ever had.
Well, we were also all hungover. So.
And you know what was amazing about it, though? It just shows you the power no matter where you are in the country. That Chick-fil-A had at least 2,000 people going through the drive-thru when we went through there. It took us 6 minutes.
I mean, Chick-fil-A needs to be doing the coronavirus vaccines. Can you imagine if they started doing them? We'd all have it by now.
Yeah, it would be great. Oh, my God. Okay. All right. 2-minute drill. See if I can get this inside the time here. I'll try to get it inside the time. All right. Kayce, Jack, with the other one. What is your most unpopular food take? What is a food take that you have? A food that you don't like that everybody else loves? A food that you like that nobody else likes? Yes.
I think stuffing on Thanksgiving is disgusting. Disgusting. Like the worst.
That's bad. That's a bad take. Pepperidge Farm stuffing is
so gross.
Pepperidge Farm stuffing?
Wet, moist bread. Ugh.
Okay, first of all, don't stuffing shame her, Jack. Second, Pepperidge Farm. Third, I don't know where you are right now, Kayce, but I don't think it's an overreaction to say I will come there and burn the building to the ground.
Well, you've been out. You've picked me up from
plus, you and I are both from the South. We do not call it stuffing. We call it dressing.
Whatever it is, it stinks.
It's delicious.
It sucks. It's the worst. It can burn a fiery death for all I care.
All right, Katie or Jack, do you have one?
I have a very bad one.
right,
Conveyor
go.
belt sushi is not disgusting.
Wait, what? What'd you say?
Conveyor belt sushi is not disgusting.
Is that where you just get it like at a grocery store?
No, like if you're into a restaurant, it's like you sit and there's a conveyor belt, and then you take my plate, and the plates are colored.
No,
And
wait,
then
who says that's disgusting? That's like a pretty
like, oh, it's like gross and whatever.
I mean, in COVID times, it's pretty gross, but
Fair enough. Jack, do you have one?
No, I don't really have a controversial food opinion.
You know mine. I think I've said it before. If I haven't said it on this show, I've said it elsewhere. I just can't believe there are human beings that actually eat watermelon. Watermelon is disgusting. It smells bad. It tastes bad.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot.
I'm not an idiot.
When I did the watermelon ASMR, which by the way would have been a great YouTube clip. We should have.
My family knows if I'm going to be home that day, they can't have watermelon in the house. I can't smell it. I can't see it. I can't look at it. It's gross. It's terrible. I hate watermelon.
Jack, I'm going to dig up the clip of me doing watermelon ASMR next to Brandon, and we can tweet it.
All right, let's fire one more off here.
A while ago. Actually, was that this? When was that?
Oh, it was definitely during quarantine.
I'm going to get this one because I don't love this question. The number 3 question is my favorite, so we'll do that in a minute. Number 2, what movie can you watch over and over and over and over and over again without ever getting tired of it? Major League. Major League. But what would you say the number 1?
Wedding Crashers.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that. Step Brothers is also
Step Brothers,
high up on the list.
Super bad.
Stick It.
What?
Stick It. It's a gymnastics movie.
Katie, you're a fascinating person. You know that?
I haven't that used to be my used to be my best favorite, my most favorite movie. I haven't really reestablished, so it's a good one. It's a good
Your most favorite movie? What?
I'm not a movie person. I'm trying to get better at this. Anyone in the office knows I'm bad at good movies, but I don't know. Stick It's a classic.
All right, what about you, Jack?
Goodfellas or Godfather.
All right, mine's Major League. Okay, so let's go to number 3. I love number 3.
Brandon, Valentine's Day is coming up.
Sure is.
Do you know what you're planning on doing for your lovely wife, the lovely Mrs. Walker?
Yeah, I'm going out of town. So I'm taking her out to dinner early. We're going out Wednesday or Thursday night. We're going to go out to might get a hotel, might do the whole works.
Oh, have a little fun time together, huh?
Yeah, she'll read her phone and I'll take a nap.
Well, unlike the Walkers, I think a lot of people will be having some intimate time on Valentine's Day. And our friends over at Roman are making it extra special because they're doing a special for Valentine's Day. So you can get up to 35% off your first month right now of Roman. And here's the thing, guys. It's okay to have issues with ED. It's just all right. Okay. It's not a taboo topic anymore. And Roman can help you with that to give 35% off your first month of ED treatment if prescribed. And if you purchase the swipes, that does make sex last longer, which everyone knows is key. You'll get a free bottle of lube attached with your order while supplies last. I'm going to say this. I'm going to go ahead and say this. Valentine's Day is for having sex, correct?
Sure. From what I hear, yeah.
It's also my birthday, so.
Well, Jack, way to unsexy up the ad.
Yeah, I don't want to have sex on your birthday.
I mean, you know what? People that are listening just might have gotten worse ED from listening to Jack talk about that. So for a limited time, you can get up to 35% off your first month of ED treatment. And if you purchase the swipes, you will get that free bottle of lube added to your order. If you complete your online visit by February the 10th, which is today, you will get guaranteed delivery by Valentine's Day. Let's go to getroman.com/Walker to get started. That's getroman.com/Walker and just have better sex, fellas. It's not that hard.
Which school's mascot would you most like to keep as a pet? Which school? No, not your own. Which school's mascot would you most like to keep as a pet?
Are we talking the physical animal or the animated, the graphic? That's a big difference.
Katie, are you talking about being a furry right now?
Katie, can I ask you a question? Have you ever kept a cartoon? Have you ever kept a cartoon as a pet?
No. I was thinking she meant the person in the costume.
No. I mean, obviously, we have a ram, but then we also have Ramses. There's no... It made sense. Just cut this part out.
No. Don't you ever cut this out. Yes, I mean the mascot. I mean the
It's
animal.
a physical animal, not like the fish.
It would be legal. It would be legal to keep the person in a costume, Kate. You can't do
This
that.
entire thing is metaphorical. Since when have we been literal?
Texas A&M Reveille.
No, you can't do your own.
Ugga.
Ugga? I guess Ugga's a good one. You guys are just going straight dogs. Wouldn't it be
Any puppy.
like Smokey from Tennessee?
Oh yeah.
Wait, that's a really good point, Kayce. That brings up something that is actually interesting that just popped into my mind, and I want to see if you guys find this interesting too. No team mascot is a puppy. It's always a full-grown. Not in any sport. Is there any teams that are puppies?
Well, I mean,
train them.
Yeah, and you'd have to be replacing the damn thing every 3 months.
No. Okay, so.
Yeah, you can't. They have to be able to be trained to be in public and stuff.
Are you saying genetically you want to get to the point with research where we can keep a dog a puppy forever?
No, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Okay,
but
so
any mascot that's a dog.
China,
you're just going dogs.
Dogs.
In China, they probably already figured out how to keep a dog a puppy forever.
Do they have any mascots that are monkeys?
Those may have been canceled by now.
I don't think we have monkey mascots.
I would love one of those like little, like I don't know what kind they're called, but the little ones that like.
What are the T words? The
terrapins.
What? The tangerines or something?
That's a fruit.
No, I know.
This didn't go as well.
Orango?
The answer is a dog across the board, whichever dog you want.
So
I personally think A&M's dog is the best. Huh?
Like the Houston puppies. Why don't they?
But wouldn't it be cool to have Mike the Tiger as a pet?
Yeah, it'd be like Tony Montana.
Who's that? What's that animal over there? Oh, that's Ralphie, my buffalo.
You definitely wouldn't want the hog from Arkansas.
No.
Yeah, but he's their coach. Okay. I don't.
On that note.
An elephant. I would want tied.
Just an elephant in the backyard.
Yeah.
You know what? You joke, but I would bet every amount of money I've ever made at Barstool that at least one crazy Alabama fan has tried to get an elephant before.
Oh, for sure.
There's one rich guy that lives in Coleman or fucking Athens, Alabama, who's got 40 acres, and he's just got he can't wait. He's got the big old A blanket. He's got a whole thing. He's got a trailer for the thing with an A on it, houndstooth, and he just wants his elephant.
I have a question. If you chose USC, would you get like a person and a mascot, or would you get condoms?
How are things going outside the podcast there, Kayce?
So
this is only day one of her quarantine.
It's a legitimate question.
I do like how she says she's stuffed. I mean, she's absolutely she's cooped up in quarantine. She's been there 3 hours. I mean, we were at the office yesterday.
It's now been 24 hours.
All right.
I think a week.
Number 4. Which team feels like it belongs in another conference other than the one it's in?
That's a good question.
Vanderbilt
for sure. I think, although we need them for the grade point average. Rutgers, Maryland. These are all new ones. West Virginia goes without saying, right? I'll tell you what, it still feels like Nebraska's in the Big 12 to me.
Yeah, no, but I think West Virginia is a good fit because they're crazy.
Syracuse.
Yeah. Clemson maybe should be in the SEC.
But at least they're on the coast. Syracuse is in Canada.
I think my answer is Nebraska.
Boston College.
By the way, if you want to, speaking of the coast, the Dozen had some new one come out today with Jet Ski, Pat, and KFC, and they tried to name what?
Could you believe this?
No, I don't. What happened?
No, they tried to name the states along the Atlantic coast, which isn't that hard. And
It's not that hard.
It's a clip that should be taken out and like should have the clown music. Oh, it was insane. Oh, Brandon was on it, of course. Brandon was.
Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. I want to go watch it. Don't ruin it.
Okay, I just want to tell you the question. Okay.
Okay.
Question was in alphabetical order. Who are the last 3 alphabetically states that border the Atlantic Ocean? Who are the last 3? And you just think who you wouldn't eliminate, who you wouldn't say, oh, that's not it. Okay.
Right.
Just
wait, who are you playing again?
KFC, Jet Ski, and Pat.
I have to go watch this right now. Like I have to.
So it's Virginia.
Oh, we're actually going to do them. No, I don't want any of this to be ruined. I want to go see how this
South
happens.
Carolina.
Oh, and then one more. But
Rhode Island.
yes, you just
Boom.
Okay, but you saw the fucking show.
Yeah, and you just ruined it for me. What did they say?
No, you got it. I didn't ruin it. Trust me.
It was shocking. Anyway, all right. You're going in for surgery. You're going under the knife. As the anesthesia starts to kick in, your doctor rolls up and says, "Hey, I went to the University of blank." What's the worst word you could hear him say?
State.
What did she say? Mississippi
She said
State?
Mississippi State, which would absolutely be one of the ones you want to hear. That's a quality individual.
Oh my God, Katie.
The answer is University of Alabama, right? Because all he cares about is football. I don't want an Alabama guy working on me.
But I'm sure they have good, like, education there. I don't know. You know what? I'm not going to answer this one because I'm afraid that if I do answer it, and then the person that next time I have to go under is my anesthesiologist, and they hear that I said this, and they're going to kill me while I'm under.
Arizona State, schools that you partied a lot at that are like, you really know what you're doing.
All right, and number 6, girls, this is for you. Outside of quarterback, which position group would you most want to date?
Lineman.
Oh, yep. There, I should have answered for Katie.
Why? How? What?
No, well, I know that in the past she had dated a lineman, and we've made when Landon Dickerson injured himself, I famously said, not actually famously, but in the office, I pointed at him because Katie said something about him or something. I was like, look at him. That's a guy you would date.
Offensive or defensive, Katie?
I mean, if I had to pick offensive, but lineman in general.
Offensive. They're more loyal.
Good point, Brandon.
You get an offensive lineman. He's just all he does is protect other people. That's a guy what's wrong with you?
No, they're not. No athlete is. First off, lineman or no.
You're really throwing salt in her wound right now.
Oh,
I didn't do anything to anybody.
That was the issue, but I'm like, no.
Mine would be wide receiver.
Well, they're just out for themselves. They're divas.
Well, it takes one to know one. A, B. Usually they're tall and, ripped up a little bit. But I mean, it's quarterback for sure.
Well,
I would pick a lineman over a quarterback.
No, I would not. Linebacker, not a bad answer either.
Katie, quarterbacks are tall.
Sometimes, but like.
Yeah, you're right. You could get stuck with like a Kyler Murray. Yeah, it's like.
Yeah, Drew Brees. You wouldn't want to. Doug Flutie wouldn't be it.
Okay. Either. Well, hey, boys, who would you date?
Well, I'm not a homosexual.
Well, no, you're not. But if you were, or if you were a female, which position group do you think you would be most attracted to?
Well, I mean, attracted to. I mean, there's future earnings potential. You get yourself a good left tackle. I mean, you're set up for life. I just can't imagine sex with any of them being very pleasant. Big guys. I don't know. Who would I fuck?
I'm thinking of every position right now and just.
Yeah. I'll tell you who. I'd date me a good tight end. Because a good tight end is going to be the best of both worlds. He's going to be very athletic, very athletic, but he's not going to be he's not going to be fat like an offensive lineman. I get
He's
fucked.
not fat.
I get fucked by a good old tight end. That's what I do.
Yes. Oh, yep.
Or you the tight end?
No, the tight end position on football. You guys are making it sexual, and that's just weird.
You
All right.
don't ask the question.
Anything
I'm
else?
hot.
And I do think offensive linemen by nature are more loyal than other positions.
They're big, like teddy bears.
Well, I don't want a teddy bear.
I want a teddy bear.
I kind of want to be the teddy bear.
Well, you are 6'4" and a big dude. You could probably be.
6'6".
You're not strong enough or fast enough.
6'6".
I ain't no motherfucking 6'4", Katie.
Sorry. 6'4", 6'5", 6'6".
Wow, you see,
One thing
you
was
get, right,
6'3"
you get heights wrong, Katie.
Oh, we didn't even mention the fact that we made them do a height off earlier.
Yeah, there was a height off before the show. Katie
I
looks down on Jack because he's shorter, and she thought he was dramatically shorter, but no, he's only like a half inch shorter.
Yeah, I said he's under 6 foot, and I was right. But
All
I was
right.
wrong how under he was.
That's just
Right.
not true.
I'm Brandon Walker. That's Kayce Smith and Katie and Jack. And boy, this took a lot longer than I anticipated, but whatever. Unnecessary roughness. Bye.